Hi, YouTube. Good afternoon. I'm Sheila Maria. I am a psychic medium, and it is wonderful to be with you. Hello, Facebook. Good afternoon. I hope wherever you are safe and you are well. And I'm quite excited to do this. So, I'm jumping on to talk about issues that are affecting indigo adults. And I am also going to be pulling some cards from my Lemurian deck, which is Lemurian Star Child Oracle. So, if you let me know that you are, I will be doing that as well. Marianne, how are you, my lovely? It's lovely to have you. Okay, so first of all, if you enjoy this, please would you be kind enough to like, share, and subscribe? We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and when I do get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a massive card pull. Hi, Veronica. Good afternoon. I hope you're good. So, indigo adults. We hear a lot about indigo children, but indigo adults have been coming into the planet since the 1990s, and they're really having a hard time at the moment. So I just want to go over some of the new psychic abilities that are being awoken in indigo adults. And I also want to talk about some of the issues facing indigo adults. Once I've done this, if you're still here, I would love to pull a card for you. So, an indigo adult is a type of soul that rarely incarnates on Earth. And most of you will know if you were an indigo child, okay? So there's an awful lot you can read about that on the internet. So that's not something I'm going to go over because I don't like my videos to be too long. So indigo adults will be feeling very, very sensitive. You will be wondering whether or not people are talking about you. You will be wondering whether or not, you're on the right path. And this is really the biggest issue that indigo adults are facing, is that their life doesn't feel the way that they hoped it would feel. So an indigo adult is not just connected to their guides and angels. You are also keenly aware that you are from your star family, your soul group, and you will be very aware very often just how different your loved ones are and your friends are and your co-workers are than your soul family. So it can be a very isolating experience. Indigo adults, their understanding far exceeds their ability to verbalize what they know to be true. So very often indigo adults are taken the wrong way. And that is just because, yes, Chi, absolutely. That is because you very rarely incarnate on Earth. So let's talk about the indigo adults' psychic abilities. So, first of all, relationships for indigo adults can be very difficult because you're naturally used to respect, and you're also used to reciprocation. So when you are so loving and the partner is not able to facilitate that love back to you at the same level, the indigo adult can feel very, very isolated, and it can cause mental health issues. The other thing with indigo adults is you will be aware of psychic phenomena that even the average psychic person is not aware of, because you will be aware of what we call fifth dimensional entities. You will be aware of beings that are not ghosts, but they're not human either. You can have some very, very strange feelings about, being messed with. And this is because, you know, whilst there are lots of wonderful star beings, there are, if the good guys are there, the bad guys are there as well. Thank you. So Orion is saying indigo adults often do feel like they're being monitored. They feel as though they're being watched, and that they can feel as though they're being messed with energetically and psychologically. And this happens. Okay, this does happen. So as an indigo adult, don't dismiss any of the feelings that you get that you're being messed with, that, you know, they're putting implants in you, that you've been astrally abducted. Don't discard the fact that you may well not be as paranoid as perhaps you think, and you are having interactions with, you know, reptilian beings, and beings that are not necessarily playing by the rules. And of course, they know if you say this to anyone, they know that you're going to sound Coco Loco. So it sort of gives them free rein to mess with your energy, and that can affect your psychic abilities as well. I see a lot of indigo adults with implants which are inhibiting their ability to express themselves, and it's also screwing up their psychic ability from growing. Okay, how do you shield yourself from reptilian beings? So the way that I do it is I use energetic auric shields, Chi. Using white light isn't really going to make a difference, because they're not evil, they're just interfering. And they're pretty close to us because they're in the fourth dimension. A lot of the reptilians are very close to Earth. So white light won't really make any difference. What you need to be doing is you need to be asking your guides to erect auric shields inside your aura, okay? So you literally just say, please erect auric shields inside my aura and shield me from the other side. That's really all you need to do. Okay, but the other thing I'm being asked to mention, indigo adults do astrally travel a lot. And what happens when we astrally travel is we become visible to these beings for the first time, when we're not visible always within our body. So what I would say to you is also protect yourself before you go to sleep. So the way that I do that is I ask Archangel Michael to shield me whilst I'm asleep, whilst I'm in and out of my body as well. So it is really very, very simple. You've just got to remember to do that. So psychic abilities in indigo adults can be hit and miss because of this interference. Basically, indigos doubt what they get, because what they get can be so different from what everybody else is experiencing. So indigos can pick up thoughts telepathically. I'm a telepath, from people that, you know, they know. And if you actually respond to that thought and you know, think someone's being funny with you, it may well be that they are being funny with you, but they're not actually aware of it, and they look at you like you're crazy. So your psychic abilities as an indigo adult will tell you things that very, very often normal humans are not aware of. So let's say you sense that there is going to be a natural disaster, right? And let's say you try to warn people of that and you realize how you sound. And they're like, you're crazy. That's not going to happen. But you know it, you know it. Or perhaps you know, and this might be to do with someone you love, you know that despite all of their best laid plans, something's not going to pan out, and you try to tell them. And they ignore you because they're like, well, you've got no way of knowing that. And one of the reasons for this is that indigos are very tapped into the elemental realms. And the elemental realms are not just to do with fairies and divas. It is what we call the creation level. It is how our physical reality manifests from energy. And what an indigo adult often does is they sense how things are going to manifest. So let's say that you've got someone around you, just for argument's sake, is wanting to get a new job. And you just sense they're not going to be able to get a job as quickly as that. And they're like, don't be stupid, of course I can. But you know that you know where the energy really is. And what it is that the indigo adult can actually sense the energy that is in the middle of being created. In other words, you really, really feel and know and sense things before they've taken physical form. So my advice to you, if you feel that you are an indigo adult and you feel as though you're picking things up that you can't share with anyone or that you can't explain to anyone, perhaps you feel unsafe but you don't know why, work with Archangel Michael, because in working with Archangel Michael, he can do things and you don't need to know what those things are. He can do things to help your psychic abilities become stronger. He can help you to feel stronger. He can help you to feel safer, and he can help you to trust what you're getting. So that is my advice. If you are an indigo adult and you're struggling with emotions, or you're struggling with trusting your psychic ability, you don't need to know how Archangel Michael will do it, but call him in and ask him to help you. So I am going to finish this now. It's been really fun. I've just jumped on. So if you're on Facebook, I'm going to come and have a chat with you now. Lots of love, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. We love you very much. Bye-bye.